I have a second channel, Cube Compium TDX. Hey everybody. So I'm over here in the new place. Of course, it's not ready. It's not ready to go just yet. I'm hoping to have the place finished up. I'm really hoping by the end of this month. I really am. It's early October, and I was hoping to be in here in October. So yeah, like I say, I'll be posting updates on QComp MGTX about the home. But anyways, so some of y'all may notice, or if you're not really into social media, you may not even notice, but Facebook and associated Facebook services were down yesterday for quite a while. So Facebook, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp, they all went down at around 11 to 11:30 a.m. yesterday, October 4th. And it's crazy. I noticed it when I tried to visit Facebook on my computer, it showed an error. It was like, Facebook must be down. And you see, usually when that would happen, it was rare also that it would happen. But in the case that it would happen, it would usually be down for like maybe a couple minutes. But it just seemed like this time kept passing on and on and on. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And it's like, wow, Facebook is still down. Now, although I'm on Facebook quite a lot, it's not the end of the world in the case that it does go down. But it was definitely, I guess I could say, it was like going back in time. I'm sure some people were posting, could have posted memes while they couldn't post on Facebook because Facebook was down. I mean, they could have put it on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter had a nice day yesterday from this. People were flocking to Twitter. But I was, the one thing I was thinking is, I wonder how many people were trying to visit MySpace, with Facebook down. I mean, there's the alternative. I mean, MySpace, to think they're actually still around. They're nothing like they were back in the time that I was a teenager. MySpace, oh, the good old days. But, so Facebook being down, Messenger being down, WhatsApp being down, and Instagram being down. It was I guess it was a nice blast from the past from, there's that stink bug again. It's that time of year again, guys. Alright, he's dead now. It's gonna stink in here now. But anyways, I guess I can say with Facebook being down, Instagram being down, WhatsApp being down, and Messenger being down, it was a nice blast from the past. I mean, there was once a time where these services didn't really exist. I mean, back when, oh man, open this door. Oh God. So, there was once a time that it was back when we didn't have social media. We had AOL Instant Messenger, and Google Talk, and things like that. I still remember back when I was chatting with my friends on Google Talk. But we had Gmail, we had AOL, AOL Instant Messenger, stuff like that. But I'm talking about back before MySpace. But the outage yesterday made me think of, what would it be like if I could have signed into MySpace right now? But it's crazy that the outage, although I'm glad the services are back up now, the outage, I imagine for some people was like a huge inconvenience. Now, of course, the outage, I'd say most of that, a good portion of the duration of the outage was while today's teenagers were in school. I just can't even, this is funny to think, today we're so reliant on these services, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. Now, I don't even use WhatsApp. I do have Instagram. I post on there once in a while. I mostly go to Facebook, and occasions use Facebook Messenger to communicate with friends and such. But my closest friends I have, of course, haven't saved my phone. So if in the case that Messenger doesn't work or whatever, I mean, I could I could chat with them that way. But yeah, just I know this is a random video. I had to post something about it because I mean I had read that I had seen on the news. I mean, the media picked this up and just ran with it. I mean, for the New York Times, the CNN, and all those, they had it up. They were talking about it. I'm sure there's a lot of memes about it right now. I haven't really been on the computer too much to look this evening, but I mean, it's been crazy. this was this was like the longest time that Facebook was down. I think since 2008. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what I read was ever since 2008. It's been the longest that Facebook and associated services have been down. And I guess the funniest part is during my breaks, I would sit down at the computer, and anytime I sit down at the computer, I always had the tendency to want to pull up Facebook and check my feed and stuff. But Facebook was down. I survived. And of course YouTube was up, so I mean we had YouTube and we had Google search and all that good stuff. I just browsed the internet and stuff like that. Yeah, crazy to think Facebook being down all this time. I heard their shares took a little bit of a dip yesterday, thanks to the outage. So, in case you didn't know why Facebook was down, here's why Facebook was down. They had an issue with their DNS, the domain name service. So basically, when you're on a computer, you type in a website on the browser. DNS is what translates between that domain and the server's IP address. So when you type in facebook.com into your web browser and press enter, DNS is how your connection is established pretty much with Facebook's server. So they basically had a breakdown with the DNS. It's funny, there was even briefly for a moment I heard that Facebook.com, the domain Facebook.com, went up for sale. Or at least it didn't actually go up for sale because obviously Facebook still had ownership of that domain name. But there were some listings that apparently went up and then were then taken down, saying that Facebook.com was for sale. Yeah, you can just imagine buying Facebook.com. Yeah. Tell you guys, so from what I read, it was an issue with DNS and also communication between the various Facebook server farms. Matter of fact, there's a Facebook server farm about 45 minutes from here in Rutherford, North Carolina. It's they got a server farm they built in North Carolina. I think it was within the last 10 years is when they built that server farm. So yeah, the server farms, the data centers couldn't communicate with each other. I even heard that Facebook internal stuff was down too. It was pretty bad from what I heard, but it's back up now. Things seem to be working fine with Facebook. Shares have come back up a little bit, but yeah, I guess I can say that yesterday's outage. I guess I could say it was a reality check for a lot of people who depend on social media, like Facebook. I mean, when you can't access it, then you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? And of course, back in the old days, we didn't have Facebook and all that stuff, but now we have it, and a lot of people. I mean, Facebook has grown to such a big company. So many people have signed up to it. It's where we connect with people. Like, I mean, I'm actually good. I've met several people through Facebook. It's how we share photos and stuff like that. Now videos, yeah, I post stuff on Facebook, but of course now I have YouTube, where I post everything I intend to share with everybody. But it was definitely a reality check, for sure, for many people. It was a bit nostalgic just yesterday with Facebook being down. It's like it reminds me of a time. There was once a time before there was Facebook, So anyways, I know again, just random video. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that stink bug. Yeah, he's dead now. Well, everybody, that's it for this video. But don't forget, there's a lot more interesting stuff on the channel to check out. Also, if this is your first time visiting this channel, feel free to subscribe to keep your channel. And also, don't forget to tick the bell so that way you'll get notified of new video posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But if you really didn't like it, there is the alternative option available as well. Also, feel free to check out my second channel, CubeComp MTDX. There you'll find videos about bicycling, weather, elevator tours, and all sorts of other neat, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to come back, and thank you for your support.